Wednesday, September 24th, 2014. Welcome to CBS This Morning.
Nearly all women will be in charge of their finances at some point, but many say they are just not ready. Jill Schessinger's in our Toyota Green Room with the steps you can take and how women are better investors than men. That felt so good, I got to say that again. Women are better investors than men. Did you hear that?
I did.
Did you hear that, Nora? That's next on CBS This Morning.
Our new Eye on Money series takes on the financial matters you care about most. This morning, our focus is women and money. While women make nearly 3/4 of all household buying decisions, only half are confident about personal finances. CBS News business analyst Jill Schelssinger is here to show us why women can't afford not to be on top of their money. Jill, good morning.
Good morning.
Women have so much buying power. How is it that women are not in control of their finances? Is it a knowledge issue or what?
I'm not sure. It may be a legacy issue, but what's really interesting is that when you think about it, 90% of women will be taking care of their own money at some point in their lives. It's because we have a longer life expectancy. And as a result, it's really important to know something. You don't have to know everything, but you really have to be aware. And I think another piece of this, women make less money than men. So if you end up being a single woman, you're going to have a harder time reaching those retirement goals.
So what should they do?
Well, I think number one, it's so important to share information. So this is really a big deal. I'm not saying that you can't outsource it. Your spouse may be a much better money manager than you are, and you say he or she's taking care of it, I'm okay. You got to know what's going on. How do you start? You should both be on the same page defining your goals. You should be creating a game plan together, and you should revisit those goals and that plan as your life changes. Maybe you have a baby, maybe you take a different job. These are important factors in your planning process.
So we tease you saying that women are better investors than men. How so?
Well, this is based on a 6-year study, and it's really interesting because what happens is men tend to trade more than women, about 45% more. And as a result, that hurts their annual return. So we're getting bombed on Twitter about this. I know it sounds like a sexist question, but we're really saying that because men tend to trade more, it hurts their returns by about 1% a year more than women. So
and women take it and hold it?
They tend to hold it more, they don't turn it over as much, and they do tend to be more patient.
You were a financial planner for many years. What do you think some of the biggest differences are and the biggest things that women need to know?
Well, I think it's really interesting to me because women used to come in and talk about non-financial questions. Well, how can I make sure I'm not a burden on my family? How am I going to be old enough to have control over my money? So that's interesting. They do tend to be more long-term in nature. They tend to be more patient. And you know what's really interesting when you think about it? They also want to be in control, but they're sort of scared. So have the conversation. You need to know what is the money that is coming in and out. How much money do you have? You also want to be very clear. What are the estate documents? What's the insurance? What are the names of the people that we work with? Have those relationships.
This seems like one of the most fundamental life skills for women and men. I still think it should be taught in schools.
Yeah,
I do too.
I do,
yes.
because so many young people get stuck in credit card debt and other stuff just because they just don't know.
But my impression is, your husband's a very successful businessman, that you are on top of all the financial.
My own stuff, yeah, absolutely,
indeed.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I think a lot of women become intimidated by it, and what I really want, the message here is, don't be intimidated. This is adding and subtracting. It's really just sharing information. It's old time.
Exactly.
It's relationships. Communicate. Right. You will feel more powerful. You take control of those finances. You will feel better as a result.
Yeah, communicate. Right. I like yours, mine, and ours.
I like that. My mother always said, what's his is mine.
I tried it the other way before. It didn't work so well.
My mother used to say, what's his is mine, and what's mine is mine.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that too. Jill Schlesinger, always good to see you. Only on CBS This Morning, a love story.